Greetings, welcome again. Going to be going over this video. We're going to be talking about the narcissist hypervigilance, right? A lot of people wonder, in particular, when they are doing so much for these individuals that are narcissists, why in the end, or why inevitably, that they end up turning against the person anyway. Even with so much help, assistance, cooperation that you may be giving, why do they end up, turning against you in the long run, or in the end, or during the process? Why does this happen? First of all, you have to look at the mind state of the narcissist, the mental composition of how they all operate. And one, the hypervigilance comes from a certain state of paranoia. This state of paranoia is where they are constantly thinking that someone is either out to get them or in the process of, manipulating or doing them something uh, that they may be unaware of. So if you take it from that point, even with you assisting and helping them, they see it as an ulterior motive. You're not doing that out the goodness of your heart. You're doing that to manipulate them or to gain control over them in some way. So if you think about that from the very onset of how your interaction may begin with them, the narcissist takes everything with a grain of salt. All of your actions, everything that you're doing, everything that you're expressing to them is not taken seriously from them, right? So in this capacity, the narcissist is looking at it as, I'm gonna get what I can get for now, as long as I don't feel threatened. Because you have to understand, the narcissist is very afraid, very scared. And so by default, it does become sort of a game, and that game is to not get caught, to not get beat by you. So everything that you're doing, to simplify things, is taken as a joke. But they enjoy it. They still partake in it, and they still, in their minds, they still play the game. While playing the game, on the other side, you're serious. You're thinking that you are establishing something meaningful, something that is going to grow into something significant. When in all actuality, you're a part of the game. You don't realize you're a part of the game because your intentions aren't the same, and your mental composition is not the same either as the narcissist. So while you are genuinely and diligently putting in your efforts, your best attempts to try to establish something meaningful, to try to create peace and harmony, those actions that you are committing is looked at from the narcissist as a strategy to overcome them. And that's pure and simple. You're not looked at, your deeds aren't genuinely taken in as you know being a good person, a loving or warm-hearted person. Your deeds are looked at as a way of, in the narcissist's eyes, as a way of manipulating them and controlling them. Why does this happen? Because as a man thinketh, so is he. And the narcissist, because they do this to people, they give fake generosity and fake honesty, because they are so deeply involved in that state of mind. They have no other alternative to seeing that there's something, or that there's a way that people actually operate that is genuine. They don't believe people are genuine. They believe everyone is out to get them. So, thus, by default, you yourself, in their mind, you're just like them. Now, who's going to outwit who? Who's going to outsmart who? Who's going to win in this situation? And because they love competition, because they like to feel superior, they will engage you with this behavior. They will play the game, play the role. And this is how so many of you end up saying, well, why would they go through all of this? Because the competitive nature, it encourages them to compete with you, to fully go through and invest their time and efforts into being the victor. And this is why they go on and on with this behavior. Why they can never trust, why they're hypervigilant, is because everyone is doing what they are doing in their heads. Everyone is operating as they are operating in their minds. And it's about the best one winning. And guess what? They have to be the best one. They have to be the victor. So at no point is there any rest mentally, emotionally, etc. inside of the narcissist's mind or in their inner being. There's never any rest. There's always unrest. And it will continue to be that way. And so in many ways, guys, the narcissist ends up manipulating, controlling, deceiving people by way of how they are, by way of how they operate. And that's just the bottom line of it. So being mindful of that, being understanding of that, you'll know why the narcissist is hypervigilant. That's all I have to say for this video, guys. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. I'll update you guys on the tour. Phoenix, if you're in the Phoenix area, this Wednesday on the 17th, I will be in Phoenix. If you want information on how to get tickets, please, you can email me at asscdirect@gmail.com, or you can visit www.asscgroup.com, hit the shop button, then hit the events and request information from there. Until then, guys, appreciate the support. Have a good one.